Hello. So, this is a first. I am making this series to chronicle the development of my map. So, basically, before I was just releasing release notes through the book, and that worked pretty well, but I did want to show people my thought process of how I build things. So, basically, I'll show you. So currently, you've seen in the latest update, if you haven't noticed, it's actually here, right next to the nuclear waste storage site. You will see, and the new silo that I just built that ties up to the bunker complex that has been added here. I tried to enable the radars. It is a bit finicky due to the limitations of the mod where they need to be loaded in, and that tends to cause some issues because the chunks despawn, but I'll get to it. This is the bunker complex. It appears white because it's underground and just it's a really large area. So I'm going to be building the bunker today. Basically, I'm going to get my night vision on. There is night vision helmet. If I can actually just put this on, but oh, this is night vision potion. So, put it basically, today I'm going to be building the bunker. I think it looks nice having these be partially offline. It gives it a nice look. The building of bunker would require a bit more. Let's get my axe out. I don't build like most people. I don't really have a plan when I build, so my builds are usually very unplanned, so they tend to be a bit random, put it lightly. I don't do building right now, but we're gonna put this as like a hallway, I guess. I don't have. I mean, if anyone actually wants to help on the project, the Planet Minecraft will be linked in the description. That has a link to the Discord server. Or just leave a comment on YouTube. That always helps, just so I know that you're there. Because sometimes, I won't see it, and that tends to cause issues. Because I don't check it every day. I'm not that active on it. I'm looking at a way to get my own server started, but I'm just seeing how popular the project's gonna be. See if it'd be even worth starting a server on this, but I'm gonna do the basics. I'm planning on building a little hallway here. You've seen my builds. There's varying levels of detail throughout the builds. The bunkers usually have more detail. Specifically the silos. Those I usually spend the most time on. So if you're looking at something I built, you'll usually see the silo being the most developed and the other builds being less so. Specifically the you'd see like my older bunkers. The I want to say it was the one that used that it was a few builds ago. It got wiped out when I replaced the brick that used to be below. Like you see this area out here. This is similar to what I had under the map at the time, but this was all solid concrete. I'm planning on having this as being an open space, so I'm planning on keeping this open so it looks like NORAD, because if you've seen real life pictures of NORAD, you'll see there's massive springs that the bunker sits on, and the outside is all cave wall. I'm not gonna have it be cave wall, it will be all concrete, so the structure will be suspended, but there'll be a lower structure down here where all of the equipment is kept, just the basic stuff. It's nice, to have the construction be done out here. So I'm gonna have it come out. Technically, it should be coming out here. If you want it to be accurate, I mean, it'd look nicer to be put into the wall, but I think I have an idea of how I'm gonna make that look nice. So then you have the issue with this. That's going right through the door. Like if I were to do this, it'd be going straight through the door this time. So maybe we could add it up here. You could add it right above the ceiling, then have it like that. I mean, Yeah, it's kept on the same level. I'll add something like a hazard block denoting that it's being changed in its level. I think hazard blocks, super fucking useful. Argue that I have a tendency to curse upon occasion, so just be warned of that. I have a bit of a tendency that I will occasionally curse. I don't know. I'm from New York. What exactly do you expect? Yeah. Anyway, we could put it here. I think that's where that's coming from. Yeah, it's a bit further back, but I mean that's only in the wall, so not much I can do about that. That gives it a nice symmetry having both one from the wall, so that might help. If you look on my YouTube channel, it is a mix of random things. Don't expect any sort of, like, this is the only series where you'll see regularity in posting. Maybe, I don't know. I'm starting it out now, so we'll see in the future how well it goes. Oh, and if you download the map, you'll see these tools are still present. Also are still present in the download version. So that's usually from when I build. I don't take them out because you can build up on my map all you want. Just give credit in the description, obviously. And send me a link. It might even help you. Or you can just build on the actual map yourself and make whatever changes you want. Just, honestly, I don't care, really. I play H-Bomb a lot because this is the only one I found. So I have been looking for a good, nuclear mod for a while. Because honestly, the ones that Minecraft has, at least the newer ones, Oppenminer looked good, but there's no release on it yet, so I'm kind of still waiting on that. If it does release, granted it is only nuclear bombs, so there's no advanced machinery built in, which I like to have in my mods, so it might not be used because just it's cool to look at, and I might use it in a maybe a story mod. This map, I've had an idea for a while to turn this into a like movie, but the plot and everything like that, and we need like writers for it. Take a bit, so yeah, don't expect anything to come out of that anytime soon, but just know there's a possibility of it happening if I get enough people on board and enough people want it to happen. The story would probably be based around. Let me just check out. This is 14 blocks, right? This is 14. So this is just devlogs for the most part, so it's not that entertaining. Sorry, there's no like flashy stuff. I'm not that good at editing. Hell, this is mostly just so I can remember what changes I've made to the map so far, and what I'll be changing in the future. So yeah. I gotta remember to talk during this. So thing is, usually I'll like forget to talk most of the time, so half of it'll just be silence and me building, which I guess some people like. There are videos of that on YouTube, so I mean, it's not all like unique to it. So yeah, I'm just seeing what I have here. See what we've got. What can I put under this? Maybe we can go with oak planks. That'd be nice. It fits. Oh yeah, this is what it looks like. It is super glitchy. There's like it's an issue with the fact the map loads like this. Oh Lord, I forgot. Yeah, I can only have it on this hallway. I guess they can be asymmetrical. Yeah, it's an issue with Optifine. I remind you, this is Minecraft 1.7.10. It is not up to date whatsoever. So just don't expect it to be very well working. I don't know. It glitched out a bit. It's also, they only go a certain distance, so there's no actual light down here, which isn't accurate whatsoever, but not much I can do about it. So yeah, in the future, like through, I switch to a different shader if it allows us to have, the room be a bit more brighter. But I could always just get a mod about like light blocks or something. I did see might be using the old lighting system, so we'll see. It's all work in progress. As you can see, it is offset. That wasn't intentional. This was accidental because I didn't. Oh, actually, we can have an airlock door here. I wanted to put airlock doors, but it just wasn't. The room wasn't the right dimensions for it. There you go. That'll work though. See, things tend to work when you're just doing random stuff. It looks nice enough. I might like. There is one exit to this. I'm planning on. I have other projects I'm doing, and I've had an idea for a larger bunker. Like, if you've ever played Metro, you know the type of bunker I'm talking about, one of the huge ones. You know it from like Metro Exodus and that thing inside of the Ural Mountains or Ural Mountains. You'd see it like that. That's what I'm trying to build. I mean, obviously it doesn't look like it yet, but you see the general space is outlined to be that. But I don't know. I could build like a excavator in like this corner. But granted, it's already constructed, so I don't know if I should build like supports on this. Or actually, better yet, we could have this as a bottom layer to the bunker. Then we could add supports on top of this with a layer of springs, which I could use with World Edit, like I did with the bunker. That one has all the supports that the missile silos are on. That was like, well, it wasn't hard to build. It took me like a few minutes, but I'd like to do something, a bit more advanced. But as you can tell, I'm not the best at building, so don't expect a miracle. I am a bit of a novice when it comes to this, so I'm still, honing my ability to build. Right now, I'm just trying to mock up a basic hallway for this. I know, the way Fallout does it is they have their own pieces and they construct it from there, which I might be using in the future, but it tends to make everything look samey, and building it by hand does occasionally lead to better results. Can I use vents? I don't know. Let me check. Does it come with vents? There are no vents in HBM. Well, there are like vents, but like I need like a structure. I think I know what I can use. Inner machine parts. You'd find it like universal fluid duct, exhaust pipes. That's what it was. Because there was a what part was it? It looks nice as an AC unit. Oh, that was even in the change log. I get the version from the GitHub, so that's why it's not always the same one that's actually on the workshop, so the numbers are a bit different. If you didn't know, you can literally just find them. Actually, I'm thinking of having these could be useful for decorative blocks. What do these come out as? Let's see. Pipe. And no, not really. Let's see. What inputs does this even use? The answer is it uses from beamline. It's a beamline. Next different accelerator parts. Oh, that is not for the right thing. That'd be used for. I could make a power plant in the bunker, but if you if you know the older versions of the map, you know what that leads to. Usually a lot of accidents, and I accidentally irradiated the entire city at one point. I'd fixed it, so for the most part, the city's alright, but I mean, there's probably still background radiation levels in the city that I haven't gotten around to fixing. So if there has been, like, if you've ever experienced that, you know where it's from. Yeah, I have a tendency to mess up sometimes. But, anyway. I mean, it's meant to be new, but having those... It's my first time actually using these types of blocks, not as their actual, like, use cases. Like, most of the time, these are actually being used for something. Which, I mean, I could make them used. Yeah, it's not really necessary. I have no purpose for them, but right now I'll keep them as decorative. I mean, I don't think I'll ever actually need to, and that just sounds like a lot of extra work that it doesn't need to be done, but I'll add some of the, where are they? Yeah, the other blocks. Right here. Yeah, so we're gonna build with this. Construct a little bit of scaffolding. That looks nice enough. Oh, and I don't know if I should keep this open. I mean, granted, you can see all the way up, which, I mean, isn't exactly what. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, see, there are glitches sometimes because this is a shader pack, which I could be using standard thing, but yeah, who cares? Let's get this constructed. Right, 10 out of 10. How boring the video is. Yeah. Very funny. What else should we add? I think. Oh look, you got the music and the sounds. I might add some like royalty-free music for the background. I mean, granted, this ain't getting monetized anyway. I could just use copyrighted music. It wouldn't matter regardless. But you know, who cares? Oh, actually, we use the light plant. We need a light block here. Looking for lights. So fluorescent seems useful, but you also have to know this has the issue of it not being able to be placed on anything like this. Which, if you didn't know, is why I don't tend to use these a lot, because just they're hard to use. Finding any like place to put them when you can't actually place them on a majority of blocks I tend to use, it leads to issues. So, best off using them as the corner lights, like this and this. Granted, you don't want it to be... So there's two types of bunker you could go with. The fully lit up bunker with the sterile lighting, which is also, if you didn't know, that's why all of my bunker lights are so like white shifted. That's because of just the construction. Oh yeah, this is also off center, but this is on center. That's the thing. Like this door is there, both off center. I mean, it wouldn't really matter. This is on center, so who cares? The answer is a lot of people. A lot of people will find that very annoying. But I can't do anything to fix it, so I guess it's staying broken forever. I really need to link. Actually, wait a minute. So this could be looking up. Like, granted, it'd be make a hell of a lot more sense if I just put it as a cap here. That'd be a lot easier. Let me just put this up here. Actually, I forgot. See, sometimes I forget I have World Edit and do this manually. This is not used. If you have World Edit, like, use it. For fuck's sake, this is not how you're meant to. Not really how you're meant to do this. But yeah. If you want to be dark and foreboding, hint, not exactly a good idea to use a shit ton of lights, but empty spaces tend to be scary, especially with no one talking. That's why I usually have trouble building this map, because it's fucking horrifying if there's no one around. Not to mention, you know, like, in some spaces, usually when I'm in spaces like these, I get that feeling, you know? But, actually, wait a minute. This does look nice. I could use this as part of the structure. See, I have gotten a bit of a flair for architecture recently, so let me start here and there. Get a column of these. That's steel. Then we could add a. I was playing Wolfenstein recently because I'd gotten it for the PC on my computer, which, don't laugh, uses a RTX 3050 because it was a pre-build and they're cheap. You have like $600. It wasn't bad actually. I mean, other ones were way too goddamn expensive. So yeah, let's go an idea. So we're gonna build. I forgot. I literally have it in my inventory. Got myself of that. So it's uneven. So what do we do when it's uneven? You put it on the edges. Either edges or center, really depends. But yeah. I like to go with edges because it tends to look a bit nicer. Yeah. See, a lot of this stuff, literally, like, you'd think I built this on purpose. I didn't. This is just a random spur of the moment thought. I thought looked nice. So you get this. This is like how 90% of my builds end up coming to life. I mean, I usually do just end up posting them on the same day, but let's add. So let's try going 4 in on this. And then 4 in on this, make them 2 wide with a space of 4 in the middle, and that gives you a nice equal amount. I like having everything be symmetrical most of the time, at least as symmetrical as I can have it. I don't know why, it just is that way. But now we can have a double-edged here. The block palette is literally all one block with literally stripes of another. It's very much so bland, but that's just how it is. Like, really shouldn't expect much different from me. You know, builds, you know, they're like, oh, it's going to be monocolored in some way. Now that looks acceptable, at least somewhat. To here. There's the internal space. And here we are. I suggest you put some music on in the background because I probably won't add any unless I have already added some. Then you're currently hearing it, but I don't know what it's gonna be, so that's gonna be very interesting to find out exactly what music you're gonna be listening to. Maybe tell me in the comments, or don't, because I've already put it in myself. It's just a lot of weird stuff in the comment section. Yeah, probably just add like what I should put on next time, or no, go in the Discord and tell me. Don't get the chance. Let me just put this down here, and there we go. We now have a futuristic thing, I want to say. It's all like 2 blocks. That is the thing. My block palettes are always really dull. That's just because these are the only 2 blocks I actually like know how to use well together. I mean, that does that look right? No, yeah, nah, I don't like that. I've seen the cutting room floor projects. Actually, at one point there was a extension to the one of the bunkers. I forgot which one it was. But at one point there was actually an extension that made a new area. It was no, it wasn't a bunker extension. It was past the factory. There used to be a tunnel there that would lead you out, and I built a silo there with a control room. It never got finished because the world didn't save. And I had to go back to make another one, which eventually led to there being a new thing there. Like a lot of things get left on the cutting room floor because one, I just don't want to rebuild them. Two, it just didn't look right. The weather towers, I'm keeping. Really, if enough people want them removed, probably eventually I'll get around to it. But it's granted, it's all up to the people with how they want it. Yeah, but yeah, it's around 4 blocks difference. This next one can be bigger. Actually, how about we? So this could be a central pillar almost. I have an idea. Well, this is off center. I know for a fact it is, but or it's on center, and I just don't know because I remember building it from there. Construction is construction, albeit I have no clue exactly what to do. If you noticed, I'm very slow with them. How does that look? Would it look nice to have that going up there? I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, it's nice enough. Yeah, then you add these two pillars going up. Eventually I might end up adding in here. Who knows? I'm probably not going to cut this out because I'm too tired to care. Let's see what I got here. So if we add this in, we can make it so it is off-center to the room, isn't it? It's off-center to the room. Not by much, but like here either. So we're gonna add these as pillars going up. Here. A lot of it is brutalist. If you notice, my builds are heavily inspired by brutalism. It has just been what I found as easiest to build. Brutalist architecture is like what's required and nothing else, which for me at least tends to work out real well because I'm bad at constructing anything that wouldn't be seen as. My construction skills are very bad. I can't build much and make it look relatively nice. But it's getting up to it, so I mean, granted, it's dependent on what I build in the future. I mean, you've seen when I've tried to make things look advanced, especially with the Vault-Tec headquarters in Ashton, which, if you didn't know, that name came out of just a thought I had. I was like, well, you can turn the damn city to ash, and might as well name it Ashton. And thus Ashton was born. Yes, everything ended up being an accident, or just a coincidence, because, it's just, it happens. Occasionally, I just get a thought and be like, well, that might work. And it ends up just happening. I don't know if it worked. I don't know if people like it. I mean, people download the map occasionally. I've seen like a lot of downloads, but that's probably just because no one wants to download like 800 mods. I mean, the mod list was originally set at like 20. I don't know what it is now. Probably a tad bit lower, seeing as I deleted a few. But it's a lot to download, so people would expect it to be a lot, But, I mean, construction goes along quite well. Building this up doesn't look half bad. I'm debating in my mind right now if I should add music. I mean, you'll know in the future, but right now I'm currently debating it, so I don't know. There's like a 50-50% chance I actually add music, so we'll see. Probably not. But you never know. Construction. So that's one of the lines done. See how well it looks. No, I don't want to use rolled edit for this because I've had issues in the past, specifically with blocks that can turn. They tend to mess up and become a nightmare to use, so we'll just go without those. Very much. Yeah, just so, alright, back to what I can, I don't know. As for the map, it's probably gonna be going for a bit longer, but I'm probably never gonna stop building it. I've taken breaks every once in a while, so you see like construction's halted for a bit, then it's gone back online. Yeah, that's just me taking my time with it. Should I add this? The pillars look a bit empty without it, but I don't know really. Yeah, it looked nice enough. Okay. I get general idea. Everything just kind of fractals out from like one point. Like I construct the central room, then I construct the ones to the sides. They just so happen to look like something I've seen before in a video game. Then I go, all right, well, might as well build it. Let's see what it looks like with the line in the middle. I was gonna see putting it on the steel, but it'd be too much of a pain to get that right, because if you know ladders in this version of Minecraft, placing those on one side is a pain. I don't know if it's with a code or something, but they can place on the other side of the block, and it's just like, it'll place behind you. But that's probably just because the code in these older versions. Yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna see if I can copy and paste this. If it don't work, it don't work. Just copy and paste the damn thing. Yeah. Here. There you go. Alright, that worked that time. Let's see how well it looks. Looks so not bad. I'm gonna add. I'll see if I can get this to work. This I have to do manually though, because that's not going to be able to be placed. Look at that. It's a bandolier. Give me a second. That was called a glitch. Let's check something real quick. There you go. Now we're back. That was called. It was called Mia messing up. Yeah, see, sticky keys tend to come on if you have to press the shift button 1,000 times a second. Okay, this is what we've ended up with. Now, I think that's it for today. You enjoyed, and I hope it looks nice. Goodbye.